So Joker is a highly anticipated film, and it's finally come out on the big screens. We got to watch it. Now, Joker also is an infamous, probably the most famous villain in either comic/movie history. Mm-hmm. And we finally get to see his origin story on the big screen. Mm-hmm. Now we get to know where the man changes to the clown.
Yes, absolutely. So this movie was actually more of a character story about the motivations behind why the Joker is the man that he is. Or should we say the clown that he is? So, what's the good?
Well, the acting definitely was good.
Yeah.
I thought that Joaquin Phoenix did a phenomenal job. Mm-hmm. I mean, everything he's in, he does good. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's not a movie that he's not good at. That's just one of his skills. It's just beautiful acting. Mm-hmm. And he does it this way, too, in this movie. You could see him go from an arc of a type of shy, introverted person, and then he becomes like this bold, boisterous, crazy character.
Yeah, for sure. He did absolutely amazing in this film. It was, I feel like it was like this Joker character was made for him.
Yeah, actually, man, I don't know if you guys know, but he wanted to do a type of movie like this before. Mm-hmm. He wanted to do a character study on a villain and why, or the motivations behind what he does. Mm-hmm. And so when the director came and talked to him about this film, he jumped right on board. He was super stoked about it. Mm-hmm. So what are some goods for you, Grace?
So this movie did have a little bit of action in it, which I appreciated in the midst of kind of like the slow development in it. And the action that it had was like super suspense and like really just awesome.
Yeah, it was. I thought that when it happened, it was like I was surprised because I didn't expect it at all. So when it did happen, man, it was just like that much more shock to me. It was like, boom! It was pretty crazy. But I thought that music was so good in this film. Mm-hmm. It really intensified how much I felt about the character that Joaquin Phoenix was playing. Like, it just made it more intense, made it more depressing, and it also made it more disheartening. Mm-hmm. It was just crazy how music motivates us in this specific way. They did a great job with that as well.
Absolutely. And we can't discount the Joker's amazing dance moves. The wonderful floating and twirling. And, I mean, it was just flawless. Like, it was weird, but it was flawless.
Yeah, it fit, too. It was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll go with it.
Yeah, that's the Joker.
Yeah, that's the Joker.
Yeah, for sure. And then I also liked that they brought Bruce Wayne into it in a couple of the scenes and kind of just intertwined him and the Joker in that whole development, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, I thought it was really great because it kind of brought all that mythology and lore together in this film. So it didn't just seem like an entirely different film outside of the DC universe type. Right. So I thought it was good. Plus they did some things actually and connected it with The Dark Knight, just the way that the director, the cinematographer shot the film. It alluded to those things. So I wasn't expecting that the way and what it did, but I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. Well, I guess the bad.
So it was a slow burn movie, which is to be expected in this type of a character story type of movie. So, however, that doesn't stop it from, boring some people. I kind of had a hard time, throughout it until it got to those pretty awesome action scenes that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, it is a slow burn. So if that's not your movie, then you're probably not going to be caught onto this movie. But I will say that the director did a good job dropping those bombs, like you said, to try and keep the attention of the viewer. It'd come in and be like, boom, right then when you thought it was really slow, or you're like, oh, something happened again, and then you're like, it keeps you attached that way. So even though it's really slow, because it is, it kind of speeds up a little bit in that fashion. Man, the bad for me is that Thomas Wayne and the Wayne family in general, man, it kind of didn't speak about them as well as I would have wanted them to, because all of the lore and the mythology around the Wayans is presented in such a way that you get an idea who they are in your head. And this movie, it kind of subverts those things I just didn't much like that.
Yeah, it kind of showed us a side of the Wayans that we've really never been presented before that I didn't really appreciate that.
Yeah,
you know?
me either. I didn't really appreciate it.
So, rating the movie, what are you going to rate it?
Well, I'm going to rate it a 3.5 out of 5 R's. I thought it was good, and I enjoyed the movie.
For sure. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. Even though it was a slow burn, I still enjoyed it, and thought it was a good movie.
Yeah, for sure.
So, redeemability.
Well, I think these type of stories, which are character stories that kind of show you who a person is, why they do the things that they do, it helps you to understand who people are. And so these stories tend to lean into a redeemability. And I think specifically that this story and what it tells, the director's trying to say that certain actions or certain things that present themselves in a person's life can lead them into a direction. It doesn't excuse what the person has done, but it kind of tries to give a reason for unreasonable actions. So in that aspect, if you're of age, then I believe that it's definitely redeemable.
Right. I totally agree with that. So, another review come and gone. We hope that you guys enjoyed it, and make sure you go out and watch this movie. It's definitely worth watching, and when you do, or if you already have, put a comment below. And until next time, we hope you guys have a great week and keep watching movies.
Keep watching movies.